Forget the title. There you go. I'm doing great. I'm doing great now. Back here, right where I want to be. In the DrawBomb Studios. I forgot the title there for a second too because your bit threw me off. I almost said Bomb Draw Studios. Ian Newton has no voice, according to.
Oh my God! One sec. All right, and then I'll just. Anyways, welcome, folks. It's another episode of DrawBomb. It's the show where I didn't make any mistakes earlier saying the title of the show or with my microphone volume or anything of that nature. It's the show where Brandon, how the heck are you doing?
Since you last asked me a few seconds ago, it's great. Still doing wonderful. The show has been having some technical difficulties, but despite that,
the story I just laid out a whole story.
Oh right, that's right. Sorry. You gotta keep our story straight. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Great. Hold on.
Doing
one more.
Very good.
Wait, let's try that again. No, we're not gonna do that. But I'm glad you're doing good. What'd you do with your week? What's happening? What's going on?
Gosh, what did I do with my week? I worked at my place of employment, helped the company owners help their bottom line. That's what I live for. And what else? That's about it. I've just been a nice balance of work and side work.
Well, I'm glad you're making your company owners money. I'm glad you're doing that. Gosh, that's what being an American is all about. Am I right?
Gets me out of bed in the morning.
Well, good. Sounds like you've had a very productive week, at least. I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, it was all right.
Good. I'm glad.
How was your week, Ian?
Golly, it was fine. It was not super eventful, which I always think is a good thing. I'm trying to figure out how to make the transform tool work because it's currently not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there we go.
Maybe I can move.
I fixed
put these in here if you're having trouble.
Weird. It was being wacky. It's got some weird idiosyncrasies that I'm not quite used to yet.
Whoa.
So
big
drawn. I've been all right. I've just been, I can't say I have anything to report. I've just been doing various projects. I've been working at work. I'm a busy guy. I haven't really had a chance.
Busy guy over here.
I'm a pretty busy guy. I haven't had a chance to watch a whole lot of stuff. I've played a game. And I'm not proud of what I played, but I'll get into that later. Or I guess I can get into
Mommy
that now.
3?
Yes, exactly. I got Hentai Mommy Dungeon, whatever the hell.
I know you 100% of Hentai Mommy Dungeon number 2.
Oh yeah, I was a big fan. And I'm just a completionist, you get me a game and I'm gonna 100% it. I would have done it with the Yakuza games, but I'm not gonna get good at Mahjong just to 100% one of those. So
what you're saying is when you play Hentai Mommy 3, you like to reach completion.
I like to reach the climax of the story, and then I really like to see it through, and then there's just an outpouring, a fountain of relief and just this. It's a liquidy sort of. Anyways,
Okay.
couldn't think of a way to get that as like a metaphor or something like that, but or a double entendre.
Ian, what do we have on the screen here? What are these
What are you
things?
looking at here? You gotta tell me. Actually, I mean, you're the one who supplied these. If you supplied it, you can't deny the duties.
I won't deny it.
Explaining
I won't deny it. I won't deny the duties. My niece and nephew, I asked them to draw some monsters for me, and these are the two that we have, and we're gonna try to draw them in our own style. Are you taking on Lemon Man? He looks like he has a mustache. I don't actually know. I don't want to lead you down any. They didn't give him any names.
Okay, good.
I was just
better. You're calling him Lemon Man.
No, I don't want to encourage your artistic vision.
How, not like I'm gonna get gory, or like how edgy can we be with these drawings?
Draw them however you want. If I don't feel like they should see them, I won't show them, and they'll forget. They don't even remember probably making these already because they're kids.
I'm not gonna like shit on your nieces and nephews. These are not.
You're not allowed to shit on my nieces and nephews. I will call the police immediately.
That's your duties. No, but these drawings are not those of a professional artist.
How dare you? I love these drawings. They're awesome.
No, I'm saying they're great, but like, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to set up the fact that we're gonna sort of draw over redo these drawings in a way.
Yes.
Are you gonna do a direct draw over, or are you going to?
No. No, I'm not, and I encourage you to not do that either, because I think
you're right.
It'll be more fun if you just, get a little more loose with it than that.
I do want to say I wasn't trying to shit on your nieces and nephews' art, by the way.
No,
and
I didn't take it that way at all.
Okay,
I just like to attack you and make you uncomfortable sometimes.
It's very easy.
I know. Sorry about
it's not
that.
hard at all. I'm a very uncomfortable man.
I think, it's a journey. It's I make you uncomfortable, and then I point out how silly it is that you feel uncomfortable, and then hopefully there's growth at the end of it where you're like, you're right. So you're training. I don't need to feel.
You're trying.
I'm helping you.
The social awkwardness out of me. That's what this whole show has been a long experiment in.
You'll be a real boy by the end of this.
That's right. That's right. I feel like I had more main character syndrome before I started this show, so somehow I feel like we're going in a reverse direction.
Oh no, we've humbled you. Yeah, something about performing for no audience for years will
it's
do
really
that
going to break you down. It's really going to ruin you on an emotional and psychological level. Is an inability to capture anyone's attention. I mean, we do have Lotus in the chat, and potentially a pelican yawning.
Yeah, until I ban them. I hope nobody ever feels offended by us making these jokes, because no, we love having you guys here. You're honestly like the best part of doing this. And yeah, I just like to make jokes because I think it's funny. It's just self-deprecation. I like what you've done here by putting this in the middle, so I'm gonna put this one in the middle as well, and it will kind of work like the barrier. Okay, cool.
This is an interesting drawing, and I'm wondering.
I feel like, do you have enough room, or do we need to move these over a little bit? I guess we can just.
I might do some drawing.
We can draw on top of them. Yeah, I'll do that too. I feel like out of the two, I have a better idea of how I would draw the one you're doing than the one I'm doing.
I have thoughts about yours. Are they drawn by the same child, these two drawings?
They were. I know. I asked my niece and nephew, but these are both from my niece.
Okay, interesting. Because I'm just noticing sort of a theme going on with the top
there are
of the head.
Some things. The eyes have a thing that are similar.
Yeah. The top of the head. I'm wondering if this is her interpretation of hair, or these squiggly lines at the top of their heads.
I don't want to say what I think it is or what I see, because it's like looking at a cloud. And the moment I say what I see, you're going to have a hard time not seeing that. So I've
already made some creative decisions that are not that, just to let you know. So I hope.
Question: Would it be fun for us each to draw them both and hide each other's drawings and then see what we came up with at the end, or should we just stick to one for time's sake?
Let's see how it goes. Let's draw one and see how we feel.
Yeah, I'll
about
start
it.
with one.
Are you gonna color one?
I'll do the bottom one to start. was thinking so.
Okay.
I'll leave that up to you, but I think I am going to color mine.
Interesting. Yeah, I probably should. I was originally intending to do a direct draw over like that one artist. Do you remember who?
You can if you want to.
I'm not going to because I like the idea of just drawing it like on my own better. But do you remember that artist who it was like years ago when like the Tumblr days or something like that where
he would like paint them and they were like super like
they were super
detailed and interesting
and like incredibly painterly sort of coloring to all these drawings and like rendered in a very three-dimensional way, if I remember correctly. But the idea was that they were direct draw overs of the kids' drawings. So it was like you take this very like intense and professional sort of like ability and you trace over the actual line work of the kid, which gives it an interesting result. But
maybe next time we'll try that because I'm gonna have them make more of these for me because I like this idea.
I mean, that'd be cool as hell. But I think I'm excited to do just like a interpretation. I hope you don't mind if I draw over. Oh, I guess you won't be able to see it because you won't be able to see my guy.
Yeah, I guess I'll hide yours for fun. Lotus Clock said while we were getting ready, I succeeded at a thing. What did you succeed at, Lotus Clock, if you don't mind my asking?
You gotta know.
I was thinking I didn't manage to get it done because I wasn't able to get the drawings, but I originally last year wanted to get a bunch of drawings from all my nieces and nephews of monsters, and then I was going to spend October recreating them all. But we weren't able to do it. But I do want to do that.
That sounds really fun.
At some point.
It is fun to sort of get a child's perspective, like they're sort of, because like outsider art always has this really interesting sort of way to it because it's made without really an awareness of the traditional processes. And once you know the way to make something, not necessarily the right way, but sort of maybe the optimal way, it becomes your process completely changes, and the type of art you make is never going to be the same as before you knew.
Yeah.
It's like when I was like learning how to make music in Ableton, the melodies and stuff I would make were like way more complicated. There was a lot more layers going on, and they were interesting things, and I'm not necessarily like I don't like them, but like nowadays my process is so much more refined and different, and I get a lot more out of a little when it comes to like making a song. So like the songs I make are just completely different than like what you hear, and I like to say my like taste in music hasn't changed at all, but like it's not even like my ability in a way has changed, and like I'm not like I've sort of reached a rung of the ladder where it's like it's like the point of no return. You can't step back because you've already like learned the process, and you can't make it while doing the process wrong. I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah, I think you can't really get, I feel like somebody who's like a child is like the only way to get like true abstract art, because it's like they don't really have an understanding of like at the same level of perspective and all this stuff, so you kind of get something like really pure, like just pen to paper creativity without the like, well, it should look this way, you know, like.
Yeah. Not only that, but they haven't been influenced yet by culture. Like you haven't. Like,
True.
The kids aren't really like super aware of a stick figure, and like they don't have like their way of doing a stick figure. These are drawings not going for stick figures because they haven't been. I don't know if they've probably seen a stick figure at this point, but you know.
Yeah.
They're still less like when maybe they're shown a stick figure and they don't think like, oh, this is the way I can draw a person right now, which is how I think a lot of people view stick figures, is like, sure, you could technically try and draw a better drawing, but it would look probably not amazing and not like what you hoped for, and that's embarrassing. And by drawing a stick figure, you sort of absolve yourself of that embarrassment because it's just going to be a stick figure. You can only do so much with it. So it's a low barrier for entry, but it's also a low barrier for embarrassment in a way. And you shouldn't be embarrassed to have a drawing that doesn't look the way you hoped. I've never had a drawing that looks the way I hoped it would look. It's just part of the process.
Never?
No, that's not true. I've had a few where I've just been like, wow.
I know you have.
But it's rare, man. It's so fucking rare. Where like I drew a drawing and it looks good as or better than what I pictured in my head. It's rare. It happens, and those are my favorite drawings, obviously. But you know, it's not going to happen all the time. And like the only way you're going to sort of improve that ratio is by practicing and getting better and learning and doing lessons and studying.
What I hear there is that you know you're hungry. You draw something and you're like, no, I can do better. You know,
Exactly.
you're always striving for more.
It's never enough. I'm insatiable.
It's a good soundtrack, by the way.
Oh, the NBA Street, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some great beats on there. I'm not sure if I'm able to listen to that or if my music would transmit through my microphone because of my setup with OBS. I'm gonna give it a shot.
I just maybe not something to do now, but for the future, I have two browsers installed, and one is and I have it different because then I have different audio sources for streaming.
Oh, yeah,
So like when I want to do like
installed.
when we're watching stuff on Tuesdays, I do it on Firefox because then I can have the audio source stream through.
Smart man.
And I don't have to reroute everything every time I do anything on here.
Smart man. All right.
Lotus Clock says, I have a viewing streak of 3. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well done, sir.
I also don't want to direct your attention. Make sure you don't get like involuntarily your attention drawn to Lotus's drawing, but they're also interpreting
Oh, amazing.
these drawings.
I love to hear that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I was expecting another goofy drawing of you and me in like sort of Amos and Manning proportions, but in a way this is better. Like,
yeah, I love both, but I'm excited to see
yeah.
Lotus Clock's take.
I am always a fan of fan art myself, you know?
I think my nieces and nephews will be excited to see a bunch of different like takes on the stuff too. It'll be fun.
Yeah. So I mentioned earlier that I played a game.
Yeah,
and
what'd
that
you
I was
play?
not proud. It was not Hentai Mommy Dungeon 3. It was Rage by id Software. I finally beat it. I finally done and dusted. Started a new file, and like the thing is, the game served its purpose. Where sometimes I'd really like to just turn my brain off and like play a shootsy game. And that game did that. Like I didn't even like have the volume on in the game. Like the only thing I heard, like it was all the way down to like 10%. Because I'm not gonna listen to like, what's his name? Fuck. Oh my god. Why do I always know his name until I have to like stream and then I forget it.
I don't know the voice actors of Rage. It's been too long.
He's the good actor in Cloverfield Lane. John Goodman.
Oh yeah.
John Goodman plays like a character in the first hour of the game, and then like he's out and he's like, all right, thanks, see ya. But
got my money. Bye.
Yeah, like the plot in the game is bad and pretty dumb, and like everyone looks goofy and like kind of cartoony, but it's also supposed to be kind of like this gritty, and like they're animated in a cartoony way. Like all their animations are very bouncy and like over exaggerated. But it's supposed to be kind of like this gritty world of like post-apocalypse, and there's mutant bandits that are killing and torturing people, and the authority is this fascist like syndicate that's like always bearing down on the people and hunting you. And it's like, okay, this is all very banal and like done territory in terms of a post-apocalypse story. This is like,
Sure.
you took Mad Max and you mixed in a little bit of
Borderlands.
Borderlands, and you mixed in a little bit of like some sci-fi shit that I've seen in some other version I can't think of right now, but it's not new. Okay, you know.
Sure.
Or Hunger Games, I guess you could say. Like the weird, like super high-tech fascist authority is very Hunger Games-esque. But anyways, it's all done. Not excited by it, but like, you know, I got to click heads, and sometimes when I want to turn my brain off and like watch some YouTube videos as second monitor content, that's what I do. And so I did that, and I beat the game, and the game's not good. The game is aggressively mid. But I clicked heads, and
I didn't think it was like, I think aggressively mid is such a good explanation or description of it, because I remember playing it and I wasn't like this is shit, but I was like, it, you know, it's very like vanilla, bland, kind of like forgettable.
Yeah, exactly. It's like unflavored oatmeal rage, and it looks like it too, ironically enough. So there you go. Also, hey Leviathan Dunn, thanks for joining us in the chat. Glad to have you here.
Hey Leviathan Dunn, welcome. Speaking of bland, unflavored oatmeal, I know we talk about this topic often, but I have a story that I have to share with you because it's pretty wild. I mean, you know, maybe wild isn't the right word, but it's pretty like, it feels. I was kind of taken aback in the moment. So I was at my job as a server at a restaurant. I was waiting on this table, and I'll say it. They were pleasant. They were very fun to chat with. I was enjoying serving them. They tipped well in the end. All that. What?
You were just like, I'll say that they were pleasant, and I don't know. I thought you were gonna say they were shitty or something like that. You're like, oh,
well,
very unpleasant.
The story is gonna make you not like this person. So I want to give credit where it's due. They were great as someone to wait on.
I see.
I would wait on them again. But anyways, because they were pleasant and I was enjoying like serving them, we were chatting a lot. And at one point, the guy is just like, so what do you do for fun? And I mentioned that I'm an artist and I love to make stuff. And I kind of like talked about like to the scope of like, you know, what I like to do. And then he looks at me and he goes, oh, that's awesome. So which AI program do you use? And he stares at me, and I like smirked like, oh, he's trying to like rage bait me. He's saying the most like the thing that would like, he's doing like the thing I do to you all the time. I thought, and I'm like, I like laugh, and he just continues to stare at me like with the most serious face. And I'm like, oh no, I'm like, no, I like the process of making the stuff. That's why it's what like the thing that I like. And I'm like explaining, I'm like, I don't use any of that stuff because I actually enjoy making the things. That's the whole reason I'm doing it. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, he's like, you know, you can get a lot more done a lot faster if you just like use AI. Like it's crazy how you can just like, and I'm just like, oh God.
Sorry, I just explained.
I'm like, it's not about like productivity. I mean, and also like it's not productivity at all if you're not making that, right? Like
also it looks like
crazy
shit. Like what the fuck? I don't like the result, and like I'm not obviously like an AI bro is gonna be like, no dude, like you just hate AI. It's like, no dude, like I legitimately don't like
prompting
the shit.
wrong.
I legitimately don't like the shit that comes out, and I'm not gonna pay a fucking like stable diffusion model to rob me of my art anyways, and like pump out more bland garbage.
Right, exactly. But also I'm a prostitute. No shame to actual sex workers, but my job is to try to siphon money off of people by giving them a pleasant experience. So I didn't like get too combative. I did,
of course,
basically like say like why I don't like AI and why it does nothing for me as a creative. And I was like, yeah, it's actually like eating a lot of people like mine, like artists like myself's lunch. Like it's kind of you know, problem for a lot of us. But I didn't get too like combative beyond that.
Yeah.
But it was just so shocking to me that he said it so earnestly. He like legitimately was like, oh, this guy makes art, so which AI program does he use to make art? I wonder. Like that was literally his thought, and it's like it's crazy how ingrained this stuff is in some people's heads, where like this is like you can't do anything without it anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty.
If somebody's
bad.
doing something, they must be doing it this way. Because how else would you, like, why wouldn't you? You'd use it for everything. I want to know, what I need to, my food's a little bland. What do I add to it? Chat GPT. Like, there's people that use it for everything.
Oh, yeah. I know some folks who are like that, and I'm not a fan. And I'm like, you guys, like, understand it's wrong, like, a lot.
Yeah.
And, like, it's wrong a lot. That was just a shocking
I know interaction.
Because I have used like the Google AI search at work, but I always read what it tells me, and then I look for actual people saying shit, because what the Google thing says is legitimately wrong all the time, and I'm like, I gotta fix a bike, so I gotta have the right answer, and this fucking AI is wrong. So like, if the AI is wrong about a bike, which is like a thing that people talk about on the internet plenty, the fuck are they gonna think about like what you want for your lunch? Like, what the fuck?
Right. It's pretty crazy. But I was so like surprised that he was serious that I had to share that with you.
That has to make me wonder how many times he's been in a conversation with somebody where somebody said, "Oh, hey man, I'm an artist," and he's like, "Oh, cool," and they're like, "Yeah, I use Nano Banana or some shit."
Right? If that's what he thinks like is the expected thing, like how else could somebody be an artist? They have to be using this shit, right?
If that's like his primary like lens that he sees it through. How many conversations has he had where the inverse was true, where he said like, "What AI do you use?" and they had an answer?
It's yeah. I guess that was kind of it. Just like how earnest he was the thing that was so interesting to me that I'm like, I got to tell Ian about this. It's just like,
it's wild.
What a kind of like dystopian interaction. I was just like shocked that he was like had no self-awareness and meant it so earnestly.
That's pretty wild, man. And damn, what a bummer.
Hate it.
Must
I
have
know,
been
right?
Real, like, I can't imagine sort of the psychological like hammer hit that was to sort of be.
It was shocking. He had to have seen it in my face somewhat, because I straight up like laughed and then my face went to like a shock, like because I couldn't help it. It was such a surprise that he was being serious to me.
This is what artists think of AI. They laugh at it, and it's like, no, we just, it's crazy to us that like people are like, I'm artist. I type words in, and that's like the fucking commissioner saying they're the artist if we were to make a drawing for them. It's like the same shit. It's like, you didn't draw shit, man. The computer did.
Exactly. It's it's the same as being like, I paid somebody to make this for me.
You delegated your creativity to Wally. Congratulations, you stupid fuck.
Pretty wild. Yeah. Pretty wild. But it's like common, you know, so much so that the normies are like thinking it's the only way you can make art now, is kind of the reaction I got out of that.
It's here's the thing though, like, I wish I was shocked, but it feels like, okay, so this was like sometime in 2022, I want to say, or something like that. 2021 maybe. I was trying to get commissions on like by Twitch streaming and shit like that, and I remember at some point some guy came in and was like, "Hey, yeah, I'll commission you. I'll pay you $100 to do a 2-panel comic." And then they described this honestly dumb sounding comic, but whatever. And like I start to work on it because like whatever, I've got nothing else going on. And I'm like, "Hey, so you know, what's the plan for this comic? Like, why do you just want the comic to like have, or you want to like show your friends as like a meme?" Or he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I just want to like bring it into class as an assignment and say I did it." I'm like,
"Oh,
no, I'm not gonna do your drawing. You don't have to pay me $100 because I'm not gonna draw this now."
What a world.
And then he said, "Okay, I'll go to somebody else's stream," and I was like, "You do that, buddy."
Bummer,
so when,
man.
You know, the AI thing, shit doesn't surprise me, man. After that, I was kind of like, "Yep, okay."
It's It's a tough break.
Yeah.
It's weird that some people will be okay with that. It's like I you know, my morals generally hinge around, you know, what hurts people, what doesn't hurt people. And then things beyond that I don't care too much, but something about that just feels so wrong. Even though it's not, you're only hurting yourself with that, but like okay, so you get your good grade in college and then no one knows that you don't know how to draw, and then you get your degree and you still don't know how to draw. Congratulations, you did it. Like,
I think it was like a high schooler just for like a random assignment. I don't think it was actually like a person in college.
Spending $100 on to get an assignment for high school? That's crazy too.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this kid had money and didn't want to do the work or some shit. Maybe he was like a Saudi oil baron's kid or some shit. Who knows?
Yeah, clearly. You pay to win everything in life.
Yeah. All right, I am ready to start the final line art of this. I've been doing the underdrawing.
I'm working on my coloring now.
Oh man, I might just make this underdrawing line art.
Yeah, I do that often on this show. If it comes out good enough, I'm just like, oh, we're going with it.
Oopsies. Just gotta get rid of some of these guiding lines and we'll be good to go. You know, there's a classic problem with artists where the underdrawing or like the sketch looks better than the final line art because the final line art loses all of the fun fluidity and confident strokes of the sketch. And it's always interesting to see how people try and overcome that, or if they overcome that, because it's not an easy problem to not do.
Most of the time on this show, I don't do underdrawings. And I do feel like my work has a different feel on this show than it does in the rest of my life. And a lot of times I like what you're talking about. So I guess, you know, it might be a good exercise to try to just go straight to the draw it straight. I mean, you do it a lot as well on the show, but like just draw it straight up. I underdraw sometimes, like the Pokemon I do a lot of times. I usually underdraw them.
I have a hard time without the underdrawing. I feel very dependent on the underdrawing. Yeah. Especially if the draw,
I used to do it a lot more.
If the pose is like very like different, or like I'm doing some weird stuff with the face, it can be tough for me to exist without the underdrawing.
Lotus Clock says Brandon was like, ha ha ha, wait, you're serious? Yeah, almost exactly like that, but I tried to be not offensive just because I wanted to be paid by this man.
Right.
Because like I said, you know, I'm a dancing monkey. That's what I do for a living.
Well, we are.
But regardless,
make sure you like and subscribe.
It's shocking. Oh my!
Sorry, that was the YouTube demon spawning forth from my mouth.
I liked it. That's great.
Oh, you liked that? Okay. Ooh, wow.
If you like this, make sure you check out Hentai Mommy 4.
That's right.
Coming soon. Wishlist it now.
It's probably of equal quality to id Software's 2013 game Rage, which they, for some reason, inexplicably made a sequel to, and I don't know anybody who played it.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did that. I've never played it. I don't even know what it looks like. I'm sure it looks like free. Wow. Yeah, that seems like the fate I would expect.
Yeah. Yep, pretty much.
Granted, there's a lot of good games that are free on Epic, but
yeah.
They set that precedent, and now they're like, fuck, we have to give away a game every week. That's the only thing people use this platform for. I saw a statistic that came out last year where somebody in Epic was like saying the majority of people just use our platform to get the free game and then don't buy anything.
That's so fucking obvious.
It's like, yep.
Yeah.
That's me.
Should have made a fucking, well, first of all, your launcher is shit. It takes forever for it to like load, and it's slow, and it's like big and clunky. Somehow Steam keeps updating the browser and makes it like more fast and fluid every time.
It's weird that people want to compete with Steam, but they're not willing to meet them where they are. They're like, I'm going to make a less good version of Steam and hope that we can get a cut of what they got going on. It's like, no, you're going to have to do what they're doing and better, or else no one's going to come over. Like, it's simple, right?
It's like
that's it.
What? Oh, okay, so Epic Game Store. Okay, so you're like Steam. So like, let's take the free games out of it. Let's take the free games out of the equation. Epic, what are you doing that's better than Steam? We got games. Steam has games too, man. Steam has all the games. Like, what are you doing that's different than Steam? We got games.
All right, man.
What are you doing to me?
Let me know when you have a good one for free. I'll be over there.
Yeah. See you next week.
Leviathan Dunn says, Child's Play. We were the pirate pioneers of Pirate Bay. I want to pay developers when I can. Granted, I'm not paying them by doing Epic, but I hope that Epic's paying them, right?
Epic has to pay them to put them on that sale, I'm pretty sure. Right,
so that's the justification I can get from that. But, I typically try to pay developers these days. I don't care so much if it's like a AAA studio.
Yeah.
But,
if it's an indie dev, I make sure I pay them. Which is what I did with Paralabs, and I still don't regret it. I'm excited to see where that game goes.
I think it will be cool once I have some more time to cook. Not that it's not cool now, but more cool.
Yeah, it's definitely got a very good house and character builder. And the single player gameplay is definitely like their tone and like what they're trying to do is, I think, clear. It's just excited. It's exciting to see them just develop on that and like sort of just add content. Really, that's all they have to do.
Yeah.
I talked about Rage. Let me pull up the old docket here.
Look up that docket.
Pull the docket. The DrawBomb topic docket. Man, they announced a whole bunch of games. We talked about games last week, but did we talk about the games that were announced since last week? Did we talk about
I don't think so. I mean, maybe we did. We did talk about
Alien
last
Isolation,
week, but...
right? We talked about that.
Right, you're right. Okay, I remember now. No, we haven't talked about since, and it's basically like the equivalent of E3 right now. So there's a lot of announcements.
Yeah. Lot of games.
Any that you're particularly excited about?
Man, I can't even remember anymore. I feel like we should just talk about some of the big ones. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. If you can't wait to pay $80 for a game that you could buy for $50 back in 1996.
$80? No, you have to buy a whole console too.
That's true. You have to buy a
more
Switch.
like $550.
Yeah. But that's coming out. That's going to be exciting. I'm curious how in-depth of a remake it's going to be. Like, is it going to be a Capcom remake like Resident Evil's been doing? Or is this going to be a like more of a remaster perhaps? Or which would be strange because like that's an interesting thing to have to port over. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns.
It won't be a remaster. I think it's a remake. But
it has to be, right?
Here's the thing that isn't an answer, but it might influence your question a little bit. They originally had it posted as a faithful remake of Ocarina of Time, and then something happened where they went in, they changed the part that said faithful remake. So I don't know why they would do that. That happened like in the course of like a few days after it was posted. So maybe to like kind of like chill out expectations a little, just a touch, but
so
it's weird. I don't know that's necessarily a red flag, but it's just interesting.
I have to, when they say a faithful remake, and like they had to take it off probably because somebody was like, this is not faithful enough, you've gone in a whole different direction. Or not a whole different direction. What if it's
I think
like
people think shot for shot when they hear faithful, like it's going to be like current gen. If you were to play that game today, it was made today, but it's the same game. That's what I think of when I hear faithful remake.
Yeah, I think of like, it's basically like the graphics have been like the Shadow of the Colossus remake was essentially the exact same game, but with prettier hair graphics.
Yep.
But here, like, it could be as simple as like they make it a 3D camera you can turn around, because in the original Legend of Zelda, you would have to press the R button or the Z button to center the camera behind your character, and that was the amount of camera control you had. Otherwise, you would just run around, and the camera would maybe try and find your back, but it would do it very slowly if you were running for a long time. Or otherwise, if you just ran towards the camera, you would just be running towards the camera for an unknown period of time. So, when they take faithful off of saying it's a faithful remake, they could be just saying, like, we made the camera spin, So it's hard to say.
Yeah, exactly.
some people get pissed
it's not
about
a
that,
clear
you know?
button answer of what they meant or what what their intent motivations for taking that part down were.
Yeah.
But it could mean multiple things.
It's like people get very hung up on very specific things, and perhaps I'm just not aware of the idiosyncrasies of these things, but like a lot of the times it feels like they're mad at a symptom of a larger problem. But it's like the people who complain about like there being sprinting in the new Halo games. They're like, oh my god. Like I remember
nostalgia people are weird.
Nostalgia people are very weird. I remember there was like a trail, like when they dropped the trailer for Halo Infinite, and like, you know, whether or not Halo Infinite was good, let's just, you know, let's get beyond that. But it was fine. I remember seeing a guy's reaction to the trailer for some reason, and his reaction is like, okay, let's see, watching the new Halo trailer, and the moment Master Chief started sprinting, he like flipped out. He's like, it's fucking sprinting? Oh god, this is gonna be the worst game ever. And I'm like, dog, the sprinting is not the problem. The sprinting exists, and it's what you feel is part of a larger, it might be a symptom, I don't know, but like, it's not the sprinting that's the problem. I'm actually very okay with having an option to move one speed and then having an option to move faster. Like, that's nice. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. People are weird, man.
Yeah.
People are weird.
The nostalgia stuff's weird because people are like, if you want it to be like, if something being off that little bit is like going to ruin it for you, just play the original, man. It's not going anywhere. It's still allowed. They're not updating the original. Like, it's not like Lucas remaking adding stuff to Star Wars and then never selling the original again. It's a whole different product. You can still,
for some games it is hard
original.
to get the original. Like Silent Hill 2, it's hard to get the original, especially now that one website got shut down. So for some people it's valid, but it's not like the majority.
But it's not the remake's fault.
No.
Right? Like, that's a separate entity.
Nor is it like the new game's fault. And the new games having sprint isn't like the indicator that the game is bad. It's a whole other problem.
But I don't know. It's interesting to get mad about like a new product not having what you want. It's like it's a new thing. You don't have to play it. Your memories aren't being ruined. You know. I mean, I guess I get like I see a movie come out that's like a remake of something I love, and it's a little bit of a bummer.
Yeah. But I'm gonna have an adult reaction about it, and I'm gonna be like, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Time to move on with my life.
That's a very good point.
Like, if your reaction is to like be angry and shitpost on the internet and like harass people because like your like beloved property didn't do the thing you want, it's like, dog, make your own fucking cartoon and like watch that then. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, it's harder to make.
Other
a
people
whole
are gonna
game
make
like
stuff,
Halo, but like people are passionate. People have made shit when they were unhappy with the thing, and you know, in the amount of like time and effort you're wasting complaining and like harassing people, you could be doing something productive and like contributing positively to the gaming space.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, that's not to say like you can't criticize,
thing.
but it's just people who like fucking flip out and like cause.
Yeah. You can give your opinions, but it's like, it shouldn't like upset you beyond like, oh, this doesn't look like I'm going to enjoy it, and then move on.
Exactly. Just have an adult reaction.
Like, there's no reason to get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see like remakes or sequels where I'm like, lame, and then I'm click away and that's the end of it.
Yeah. I didn't like the ending of Arrested Development. Oh well. Yeah.
It wasn't even really an ending. It was kind of like a, what's going to happen next season? And then just never made more.
Oh no, Netflix finished the show.
Did they? Did it go beyond the one where like Lucille dies?
Yeah, they solved the mystery of Lucille
vanishes. Dying. Oh, I never watched it.
I wouldn't recommend it necessarily. I mean, if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know that happened.
Oh yeah.
Somehow, I guess I just didn't care enough that I never even noticed.
Back in like 2019, I want to say, they released like season 6 of Arrested Development, and it like concluded everything. And do you want me to just tell you what happens?
Sure.
Buster killed Lucille.
Oh.
He murdered her intentionally.
I mean, that's like the most like. That's like the most obvious one, which is the reason that I didn't think that was it. Right? Like, they played it off like he would do it, but so it must be something else.
Yeah, no,
You know what I
he
mean?
did. He says, "No, I killed Lucio Lastero. I'm a monster." His final line is, "I'm a monster," but said very calmly. You know, kind of like a take on the running joke
callback.
of "I'm a monster," but yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's the end. Oh, and then Michael and George Michael finally drive off out of LA. I think they go somewhere else. I think they go to Vegas or some shit.
Yeah, I like that as the show goes on. Not even, I mean, season 1 already, but like I like that Michael's kind of a dummy too, even though he's meant to like be the voice of reason in the family.
Yeah, he's the straight man, but he's still flawed, and that's, you know, a good quality in a character like that. He's gotta have his flaws, or he's gonna become insufferable.
But he's flawed on a way of that, like he's pretty like dumb a lot of the time too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He like a lot of the plots of the original show are just a direct result of his own actions.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how the show ended. Buster did it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never watched that.
I think most
I don't know how
of
that
the
slipped by my
cast
radar, but I'm not too upset.
I think most of the cast weren't able to get scheduled at the same time. So I think a lot of the show, I was told, like, if you notice it, like, it's one character in the frame and then the camera cuts to the other character in the frame, but they're like probably on a whole different set and like a whole different like time, like not when
I feel like that's how a lot of the
around.
later seasons were filmed.
Yeah.
In like on that show.
It's kind of why it felt so.
Like it was like the thing where it was like this episode follows this character, this episode follows this character. And I think that was because of scheduling.
Yeah, I think so. They did do a cut of that season. That's also, it's the main cut you'll see now if you go into Netflix Arrested Development. The old cut where every episode was divided by character is now in the extras menu, and there's a new cut of season 4 of Arrested Development where it's cut more traditionally like the original 3 seasons were. And I will say it works a lot better. It was interesting that they were doing what they were doing with season 4 originally, because they were like one of Netflix's first original shows. So none of the episodes were exactly 30 minutes long. Some were like 50 minutes, some were 45. They were like, we could be whatever time. We're on the internet, baby. And they tried like a different format. And I appreciate the creativity, but it definitely, I think, the show suffered for it, I think. And so the way the show is cut now that is like what you will default see on Netflix is, I think, a lot more, it just works better. It feels more like the original show.
More consumable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I remember some jokes that did not land with me the first time landed and like actually made, I think, a lot more sense. I don't know how, but yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch that at some point. I know I don't need to, but just for the completionist
Yeah, I feel you.
in me. I spent a lot of time watching that show, so maybe I should. Sometimes there's some catharsis with just seeing it end, whether it's good or bad.
I agree. You know, you just kind of want to close that chapter of that like book in your life in a way.
Yeah. I want to think of it with an ending in mind, like rather than I never saw what happened to any of those characters. Just kind of.
Yeah. And
ended.
I never had a catharsis. I never reached climax.
Exactly. And if you want to reach climax, make sure you wish list Hentai Mommy number 6.
Wow, we skipped
Coming out
we went
quarter
from 3 to
4.
6.
There's some releases happening in between, you know.
Oh,
It's coming out in quarter 4, so we'll get 3, 4, and 5.
4 is actually coming out tomorrow.
Yeah,
There's a quick turnaround.
which is
on
why
these
we're
games.
sponsored by them.
Yeah. If we got sponsored by like a hentai game, would you take it? Would you take the sponsor?
As long as it wasn't like problematic, yeah.
All right, cool.
I'd do that.
Yeah.
I mean, and also as long as you were okay with it too. I wouldn't like.
Fuck yeah, I'm a whore,
Try
man. Let's shell out. If that could like pay for the ability to like quit my job and do this instead,
Yeah,
like, I'd do it.
I'm not here to. We don't yuck yums over here, and that includes those
It's not gambling.
yums.
As long as it's not like a game.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah, that's
game with gambling
harmful.
Or some shit.
I don't. You know.
Would
I
you
agree
take a
with you.
gambling ad?
I think my answer is no.
Okay.
Granted, the money they offer is so crazy, and I could use it, so it's hard to really like honestly say. But I want
Right.
to say that I would say no.
Like it could be like a genuine,
not-
like life-changing amount of money, but I feel like if we were in a position to be offered that,
Yeah, if they're asking us, then we probably don't need it as much. So that's a good
Exactly.
point.
yeah.
I hope I would say no. That's the best I can answer. I think I would say no.
I think you would say no.
Blue button
too.
me would press no.
I don't know how like wealth and fame would affect us because it's just not going to happen. I don't think. But I right now you would not do it.
Yeah. I'm not a red button guy. Red button guy would take that gambling ad for sure because he's like, hey, it's your fault if you go to the gambling website. All you have to do is not go to the gambling website. I'm just advertising it.
I hate that sounds accurate, but it's still reductive and it's not true.
You're like, damn it. I want to say you're wrong, but it makes sense.
I mean, the parallels seem to work very well, but the overall scenario, I think, doesn't quite fit the mold, is what I'm going to say.
True. Fair enough.
All right, how close are you to getting your drawing being done, or are you working on the other guy now?
No, I'm still on the first one. I'm pretty close. I think.
Alright.
How about you?
I'm like done. I stylized mine, which made it go
you're done.
faster.
Okay.
And so I'm like basically finished. I'm gonna start.
Okay.
coloring
Well,
the
let me just do a
line
few
up.
final
Yeah, take your
touches, and
time.
then I'll say I'm done too.
No rush. It's no rush.
Add some flourishes.
I can tell you what I did last week, is I haven't said this, but I was part of a fundraising stream.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
that's awesome.
You were gonna be.
I was gonna
part
try
of
to make it, but I
you
could
were-
not, so I just donated some money instead.
Yeah, scheduling conflicts, super reasonable. Everyone thinks you're selfish. It's okay. No,
I know I am. So
But yeah, it was cool. I got to meet some nice folks on the stream. We drew stuff. Nobody commissioned me for anything, so I felt a little useless. Like I was just there to yabber on and like just talk to people. And I drew a couple of drawings. I can actually show those while I'm.
ooh, yeah, I'd like to see. That's what I should have done. I donated money, but I should have done it through the form of hiring you.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Sorry about that. I wasn't
okay.
able to really watch because I was at work the whole time.
No, it's all good. But here, I'm gonna post these drawings in the draw pile, and then we can take a look. See. But yeah, I was part of that fundraising stream because Shiny Doggy, an old friend and collaborator, is going to be going to Annecy, which is a film festival in France. It's a small town named Annecy, obviously, where a show she worked on is going to be getting filmed, and she's trying to get the money to go there because it's going to be like a bunch of money to get there, and to stay at a place. And
So
then
cool.
to go back home, but it's awesome, and she's gonna try and pitch some stuff that hopefully we can maybe hold on to her coattails for or some shit. Who knows? But either way, it was fun to meet those folks and kind of help out a friend who we've had a good time working with them on stuff with. So
Yeah, she was part of the DrawBomb sphere for a little while, and it was fun, and we made some good stuff with her.
yeah,
Fun collaborator.
absolutely, would collaborate again.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna open up this. I'm gonna show on my side the one drawing I did, just to, like, start things out. I didn't finish it because I decided to draw something different. So I didn't want to sign up to do
I
all
like
those
him.
bricks.
He's doing kind of a Mario thing.
Exactly. Because money and coins. And then
Yes.
eventually I was like, okay, well, my screen is being shown on the stream, so I'm going to use that as an opportunity to try and like promote the opportunity to help the stream.
Oh, that's awesome. You should use that outside of the stream
I could
if you ever want commissions.
I don't, but maybe I could someday.
Right. I just remembered that as I was saying that.
No, it's okay. Maybe someday I'll be in a position where I'm like I can take commissions again. But I'm definitely gonna rethink
It's very
my
fun.
structure.
I like the kissy one on the right. I also like the pose of you like blocking your face on the left. It's really funny. Great drawing.
I was going for like Usher poses, you know? Or,
Yeah.
Wait, is Usher the one who? Wait, which one's the one I don't? Usher's fine, right? Usher's cool. Usher didn't do anything wrong.
Usher's pretty cool.
I'm thinking
yeah.
of R. Kelly.
I don't know.
Ooh, I got scared for a second.
Yeah,
there.
R. Kelly's bad. Chris Brown bad.
Yeah.
If we're talking about R&B artists,
Yeah, just like
Usher,
popular R&B artists.
he's kind of like
He's
it's
cool.
a little creepy, but it's all there's consent.
Okay. You know what?
He does this weird cherry thing at his shows where he like dangles it over like a woman's mouth and they like eat the cherries, but they're into it and he's into it and it's
As long as
I've seen
they're
the
of
clips
age
and
and
it's
it's
always
consensual, hell yeah, go for it.
it is. Yeah, it's all fair play. It's just it gives me the ick when I see it.
Don't yuck don't
But
yuck yums,
everyone
okay?
involved is having a great time.
Just because you don't like cherries doesn't mean you can yuck Usher's yum.
I liked cherries until I seen a clip of it.
I like maraschino cherries until somebody told me that they're like just lousy with formaldehyde. And then I did.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why
he said
is
that's
that?
why they preserve.
Interesting. I feel like there's way better ways to do that.
Yeah. Let me look it up. I should, I never actually followed through on that. I mean, he was the bartender and restaurant manager.
I wasn't necessarily doubting you.
I'm not doubting you.
Surprising
I'm
to me.
doubting it because it's just like every time somebody tells me something, I try and like make a note to fact check it.
I didn't know formaldehyde was even edible.
I don't like it. Doesn't sound like it is, but I heard this a long time ago. The claim that maraschino cherries contain formaldehyde is a persistent urban myth. Absolutely no formaldehyde is used in the commercial production of maraschino cherries in the United States or European Union. The misconception likely stems from a few chemical and historical mix-ups. Benzaldehyde mix-up. This is the AI though.
Okay.
So let's go past the AI. Let's go past the AI.
Let's get the real answer.
Let's go to Reddit. Yes, the entire unopened glass jar takes a long time. Oh yeah, cause hold on one sec. I'm looking. Reddit is a bit more of a useful thing.
But also, sometimes they are the urban in the urban myth, right?
Absolutely.
Like sometimes they're the one perpetuating these stories.
No
in a
one's
place
helping me
of
on this
formal.
one. Yeah.
My guess is no, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, I'm going to The Accidental Chef. It's a WordPress site. Looks like a guy who makes recipes and talks about food. Maybe it might be a lady. Who knows? I've sort of gendered them pretty early, but
It's someone.
It's somebody, exactly. Looking. Oh my god, just yes or no.
I feel like
want to
it's
read
no.
5 paragraphs for yes or no. Formal. How do you spell it? Is it F-E-R? Formaldehyde.
I
Okay.
don't know.
What the hell? Okay, this has been happening a lot lately, and I'm not sure what the hell is going on. I think Google's doing something.
Google's said they're no longer going to be a search thing. They're just going to be the AI part without the search anymore. They said that recently.
I'm just when I
That
go
might
to
be
this,
part of what you're dealing with.
well, I go to this page. So like I look at the page. It says WordPress, Claudia Aguilera.wordpress.com, maraschino cherries, the accidental chef. Date: an urban myth prevented me early on from eating them. Word got around they were preserved in formaldehyde, maybe I've been spelling it wrong, and could not be digested. So let me just look up formal. There we go. Not quite, as it turns out. The cherries are actually preserved in sodium. Okay, so it was part of the search. I had a search once where I looked for the words in the search and they were just not there, like what Google said was on the website. So I've been paranoid ever since, especially after that announcement. And after reading that, like, they were, like, gonna rewrite headlines for news. So, I don't know. Anyways. Not quite. As it turns out, the cherries are actually preserved in sodium metabisulfate, calcium chloride, and citric acid, and subsequently dye those alarming shades of red and green. Might not be formaldehyde, but since I have known how they are actually made, I have had more reasons not to eat them. Oh.
More reasons. Those things are more concerning.
Yeah. Back to the cherries in the jar. They are Marasca cherries, a deep shade of aubergine, preserved in... Oh, this is talking about something in the picture now. Okay, so they're talking about how they definitely don't want to eat maraschino cherries, so they bought expensive Italian cherries.
There's good cherries. Maraschino cherries are just like sugar cherries, and it's
Yeah.
like they're probably like no worse for you than like eating like candy or something.
Exactly,
But they're
they're
not
probably like
great for you either.
Yeah.
All right, my drawing's done.
All right, I'm just gonna look up one last time on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I'm gonna adjust something while you're doing that I just noticed.
All right, so yeah, maraschino cherries not preserved in formaldehyde, but they have a whole bunch of red 40 in them. So you know, take that how you will.
Yeah, that's not a good thing for you.
Nope.
But I mean, nothing about. I look at a maraschino cherry and nothing about it says like healthy food.
No, God, no.
I don't think it's poison. Like, I mean, it's poison in the regard that like trash food is poison, but it's not like you're eating something that your body is literally will kill you immediately.
Yeah,
like formaldehyde is like a deep chemical that I don't think you're supposed to eat.
Yeah, God no. So like that's what like when I said this like thing I was told out loud to you, I was like, I don't think you can eat fucking formaldehyde. Like, so that's what made me want to start looking this up. So,
all right. It's time to reveal our drawings.
All right. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Whoa.
Ah, you're scary. We both did the brain thing.
Yeah,
but I think she might have intended to draw a brain. I'll have to ask her if that's what she meant.
Okay, because I can see that easily being like an attempt at hair.
True. Could be. I don't know, but she drew like hair on top of my guy, which I think.
True.
I don't know. I'll have to ask her, but I think she meant to draw a clown because the nose and the hair all feels very clown-like. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Your guy's like a scary, like Mortal Kombat guy. Sword arms.
He's almost Baraka from
yeah,
Mortal Kombat. I almost put like what's the bandoliers on his chest, because that's also maybe what I interpreted those lines as. They might have meant them to be bandoliers, which would have made him look more like Kano.
Yeah, when I look at her drawing, I think those are like straps on the body.
Interesting.
But I love that you know, did your own thing. That's what makes this fun. I didn't want to say anything ahead of time. Because
I thought
the fun is not knowing, or you know, predicting it your own way.
Yeah, I interpreted yours as a bird.
A bird. Wow. Maybe we should draw the other ones at some point.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Like,
even though we saw each other's drawings, that might influence us a little bit.
We'll shuffle these back into the deck, and then we'll come back to them at a later
we'll
time.
do it a little bit later.
Yeah.
Fun. I liked this.
That was cool. What time is it
for the sake of me having these drawings, let me hide some stuff.
Go for it. Take your time. We're
just
gonna
want to
go
be
on
able
a quick break. We'll be right back while Brandon gets this sorted out, and then when we come back, we'll do another game or something like that. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Lotus Clock. Let's also check out what's going on with Lotus.
I want to see.
Sorry, Lotus. Thank you so much for reminding me.
That's awesome. Oh God, I love these. Wow. These are awesome.
Those are great. I love those. You know what? I also saw some flower-like qualities in the other one too, but I also like how there's like a fish gill, like fish tail in there.
Oh man, I love yours the most. Like, no offense to you, Ian, but I like his drawings better than both of ours.
What can I say? I mean, who's better? Like, this is just a great.
I love what you did
there.
with the apron choice. Yeah. That was a really good choice. I was like trying to decide what to do with all the lines, and I wonder if you're right. It does. Your choices feel. I'm really like curious what she meant by it, and some of your choices feel correct.
Yeah, the castle, or like the sort of squared sort of structure to the underside of the character, I interpreted as like a body going off the page, you know, like it continues on beyond the page. But you also interpreted it as like that like medieval, I don't know what you call that, like cowl thing, but that looks great, and the it makes sense. Like, you could very well have the closest interpretation of all of this. So you did she's a child, so she may change her answer when I ask her. Maybe I'll ask her before she sees what we did. That's what I'll do. That's so she's not inspired to like change her answer. I like that.
And then I'll show her what we did.
That'll be great. I'm excited.
How she reacts. Yeah, I'll report back.
This was fun though.
Cool.
I enjoyed that.
That was super fun. We're gonna do more of this in the future because I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Were those the only 2 drawings that were sent over to me, or did you?
For now, yeah, that's all I got.
Okay,
Those
cool,
2.
perfect. So that perfect. That was exactly
She pumped
what I was
these out
hoping
in
that
like
would be like.
20 minutes, so she can make me more of them if she's, you know,
Hell yeah,
feels like it.
I like your little chipmunk you down there in the bottom right.
I know.
You're
Great.
gonna go like,
Well done, Lotus Clock.
And
And well done, Ian.
Thank you.
I love it.
We're gonna go for a quick commercial break, folks. Not commercial break. We don't have those. That'd be nice. But we're gonna go for a break, and we're gonna make you watch commercials at the very least. But we're gonna see.
It's a commercial break. It's just not for us. You know?
We're not gonna make any money off of it, but not enough to like be measurable right now. So anyway, see you. Bye. Hey, we're back now.
She misses you. We're back.
Hey, sorry about that. We had a person on screen who I did not want. I don't know if she wanted to be on screen or not. She's
Someone broke into my house. Don't worry, I've kicked her off the property. We're fine.
That's right. She is off the premises. Police have been called.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, should we do another Pokemon from memory, or should we do a bomb draw?
That's a great question. I would enjoy either one. If we do a Pokemon, the next one up is Rattata. No, Eradicate.
Oh boy.
Or we can do a bomb draw. I'm okay with either or.
Let's do Eradicate. Let's get that. Let's get that under a belt, because
finish that creature.
I have a picture in my head. I don't know if I'm thinking of Hamtaro or not.
He has Hamtaro qualities.
Yeah,
that's the hint I'll give you.
That has me worried.
Clearing some of these things. Why is this not clearing? What am I doing wrong here?
Oh, just try clicking the folders and hitting delete. Oh, you have to also select everything.
Oh, it's because I was resizing something. That's why it got all.
Oh, that'll do it.
It wouldn't let me delete anything. Okay, got it. All right, it's time to draw Eradicate.
That's right. Man, Eradicate. I'm just trying to I feel like I have a picture in my head and it's just wrong.
It's very similar to, for me, it's very similar to Rattata, where I feel like I can see it vividly, but I don't think I'll be able to put it onto the paper, so to speak.
Xbox and Sony are going. Oh, I just started reading my notes out loud. Xbox and Sony going back to having exclusive games, which that sounds not fun, because now it means I won't be able to play Sony games on my PC again.
A stupid time to do it too, because Xbox is purging everything. So why would they want to be on their own? Yeah,
exactly.
I heard they're going to shut down Double Fine, and it's
Jesus Christ.
that's one of your beloved studios you own.
They're probably one of the cheaper studios too that produce hits.
Yeah, they produce quality.
I feel like there's
crazy.
30 people at most that work there.
I don't know, but bummer.
Yeah,
bummer
man.
for the industry. Bummer for us.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of great games coming out, but goddamn, there are a lot of sort of just weird fucky things happening in the industry that make me really concerned about how long it can keep going.
Right.
Like this, at least. I don't know.
All right, let me hide your stuff.
I'm gonna hide yours. Oh, hold on, I gotta put this draw Eradicate from memory thing on. Don't start drawing Eradicate yet.
I thought I moved it up already. Did it not work?
Somehow it ended up in Chaps 2.
Oh, it didn't work.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Sometimes what I've done, I did that earlier this episode, but what I do is I think I'm clicking the layer and I'm clicking the hide layer button on a layer, which doesn't select it, and I've done that on more than one occasion.
Yeah.
So we should be good now.
Okay, thanks for doing that.
You got it. I'm gonna hide your layer now. Okay. How about them sports balls?
Yeah. I caught a couple of the games, or like parts of them at work. I caught the winning one for the next at it was the last quarter, and I'm not really a sports guy, so I do get interested though, like when it's like down, like the last game down to the line. It's kind of fun to like just kind of see the energy,
especially the championship.
I was excited for the city of New York.
Best of the best, sort of like playing against each other. Supposedly, if like things shook out like that way.
And part of me thinks about how fun it would be to live there during this, so like that kind of gets me excited for them and makes me want like certain teams to win.
Sure.
So I was kind of hoping for the Knicks to win. I was rooting for them. And, you know, we don't get too political here, but I think it's better for the lore that they didn't win every game and they lost the one that Donald Trump came to. Like it's
I think it's
more fun that way.
And also that like the first championship they win in like 60 years is when Zoran Mamdani becomes mayor. So I mean,
I know. I saw a post on Reddit that was like, "Oh, Zoran, your favorite soccer team's winning. Your favorite basketball team's winning the championship. Your wife's hot. Fuck you."
That's really funny.
He's, everything's coming up Zoran right now.
Everything's coming up Zoran right now, and you love to see it, especially with all the shit he's been doing. Like, love to see it.
Yeah. You want, I think we're pretty aligned, but I like to see someone who kind of, I don't live in New York, so his decisions don't really affect me, but the way they can affect me is if what he does is successful and makes people envious of having what they have and it's reproducible. And if all that happens, then you'll start to see trends happening in other places.
He started going after like landlords and like
exactly. And that's the stuff we need.
Absolutely. So it's interesting to see, and like pretty much exactly what you said. You pretty much said what I was thinking about the whole situation better than I could have said it. So, so thanks for doing that. Thanks for explaining my thoughts well, you jerk.
Now I have nothing to say.
You really 8-miled me. That's like the third time I've made that reference. I feel like on this
I should watch that movie so I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a great scene. It's a great scene. It's the final.
I'm from Michigan, so it feels. You know how like I've explained this before, but it's like how sometimes hype makes you not want to watch something. Well, the fact that I'm from the area makes me like not interested.
Yeah.
I don't. The lore of Eminem has gotten old for me as someone who's spent a lot of time in Detroit. And
it's like when you're in Philly and people like tourists talk about Rocky, and it's just like, yeah, man, like those are movies. They're here.
Yeah.
We have a statue.
I'm probably guilty of that because I was excited to see the statue and I like Rocky. So
I'm happy to show people the statue. I don't hate it at all. I love that people like Philly. People give Philly a bad rap, and I'm always excited to show people that it's
that's how I feel about
chill.
Detroit. It's like the butt of like the joke when you think of like a bad city, but Detroit's awesome. I love Detroit. It's so fun.
I swear to God, like, so people always say like, oh, Philly is full of like mean people, and they attacked Santa, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on with that shit.
And they
but,
beat
like,
up a robot.
And they beat up a robot, and it's like, yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, first of all, I think they had the right idea of beating up the robot.
Yeah,
I think they should have beat up the robot. I think they did a good thing. We've seen where not beating up the robot gets us.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, like, I don't know, but fucking I was at like a Wawa in Philly like the other week, and like it was like a freaking like sitcom neighborhood where it's just like, hey, how you doing? Hey, nice to see you. Like I left the Wawa being like, what the fuck just happened? Did I step into the super nice zone? Like, what the hell? Like, Philly's great.
City of brotherly love.
It is. People are nice in Philly, man.
I think that's true for most places. Obviously, there's bad things happen to good people, and there's bad people who want to like, who'll do selfish things to you. But I think on average, most people are good. When I lived in the city that I lived in, granted much smaller than Philly by a huge margin, but I lived in the like poor part of town that people always talk about like it's like
Same.
you know,
Not
for
your
lack of a better
profile,
term,
but-
like the ghetto or the whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it's great, and I never had any trouble there. It's like, I don't know. I think a lot of times people, not to victim blame when somebody actually does get like mugged or something against,
Yeah.
but like I think a lot of times people kind of like are their own like fears kind of manifest in the way they act in these places and talk to people who are different than them, and then rubs people the wrong way. And I don't know. Cities are great. People are
Cities
great.
Not,
for the
not
most
to
part.
say that there weren't problems before, not to say that problems haven't existed, but I would honestly say, like, the most violent thing to happen in Philadelphia in like maybe the last 50 years was when the government bombed 2 city blocks and killed a whole bunch of people. So, you know, Philly has not been a violent city for a very long time. And I don't know if you could say that was Philly being violent, but it isn't.
You know, as an outside entity.
Yeah. And it was we could get into that, but it was a race related bombing. They bombed black people. I feel like I should say that. It would be remiss to not mention that. But no, Philly's great. I will say I have had bad instances in Philly. Like, I remember this one time I was riding my bike home from work. This was when I was living in a pretty not great area of Philly, but this was the only bad incident I really had there. Otherwise, I got fucking along great with everybody, and like the shopkeepers knew me, and like we you know, I'd be like, hey man, what's going on? You know, that sort of thing. I had like, you know, you develop a rapport with the people whose shops you frequent. But like one time I was coming home from work and I saw these 2 girls like jump this other girl and start beating the shit out of her. And I was like, holy fuck. So I don't know why, but I got off my bike and then I took my bike lock and I was just like, don't stop it. And then
a hard one to deal with because you don't want to fight a girl.
Don't want to fight a girl. I was just basically like, stop it, but I have my bike lock here. I'll use it as a weapon if I have to.
Yeah, if you have to.
She did swing at me, but she didn't like do a serious swing. She was like way too far away for it to be a serious thing, but I still backed up. And like there was also like a playground of kids, like I think on recess behind. I think all watching and filming the whole thing.
Whoa. So there's videos out there somewhere.
Maybe, I hope not. But I was just like, stop fucking fighting, like beating the shit out of this girl. And then like a third woman who I think was like the mother or some sort of like elder figure for the 2 people, the assailants. She came in and started yelling at them, and then I heard the police. And then like by this point they had stopped beating the shit out of this girl, and she had like sort of like crawled away to like a block over, and I was just like, oh, I'm getting the fuck out of here. So I did.
Yeah.
And I saw the cops around the corner, and I was just out of there. But that's a bad situation. But guess what? I lived in Philly for 10 years, and that happened when I was living in like a bad part of it. But like, I don't know, 10 years for that sort of ratio with that density of people, I think I did pretty all right. A lot worse could have happened to me. Not so much for that girl. I don't know what the hell happened to that girl, but for me, I was fine. But
I'm not trying to like pretend like bad things don't happen in a city. I think that's just like, you know, the more people you pack into an area and the more wealth disparity there is, there's going to be bad things that happen. It's just going to happen. But I don't think you have to be afraid of, you know, it scares people into thinking they need to like stay away from people and live somewhere where there's nobody around because they're scared of people.
I remember my one roommate from a long time ago, his like cousins from out of state had come for like a visit, and they were like crashing at this one place. So we're staying there, we're hanging out with them, and it's kind of like the vibes are a little weird, but whatever. I'm like fine with it, but my roommate's like, I don't know, vibes are weird. At one point though, like somebody dropped something, and then the one guy's like, guys, I just heard a gunshot, and it's just like, no man, like the person dropped the fucking thing in the kitchen. So people get jumpy and they think it's like scary in the city, and they hear like a loud bang and they think it's a gun, and it's like, no man, like shit can fall over.
I'm from the most rural area in my state pretty much. And anytime anybody comes to visit me, especially when I lived in the city, they were just like freaked out all the time. And I'm like, you're good.
Yeah.
You don't got to worry.
So not so bad. But yeah.
How's your drawing coming along?
Man, this is a abomination.
I'm liking my drawing. I'm excited to, I'm still kind of like doing an under drawing of sorts, but I think it's coming along. I don't know how close I'll be. I'm close in some ways. Feel it.
This is not close at all. I'm just gonna say it right now.
It's kind of an ugly Pokemon to begin with.
Okay,
if you do
well,
it
that
right.
makes me feel better that this guy looks ugly, because I was just like, what I picture in my head and what I think is what I think it is an ugly motherfucker. It has me feeling
Might be
better.
closer than you think.
Oh my god. What a Christmas Day miracle. I'm gonna start coloring. I
The
think
button doesn't get enough play.
No, it does not. I think I'm gonna color this guy. I think he's ready for color, maybe.
Okay. I got a little too messy with my underdrawing, so I'm gonna redraw it real fast, but
Alright. Man, oh man.
I just had The Message come on by Grandmaster Flash, and it's a song about how he needs to get out of the city because it fucking sucks and it's gross and people are criminals.
That's really fucking
it's funny
What
that we're
timing.
talking about this right now.
That's very funny timing. I didn't realize Grandmaster Flash pined for the suburbs.
I don't know. You know, a lot of these guys will make songs about how they need to get out of the place they're in.
I mean, you know what? I don't know what Grandmaster Flash in the Furious 5 necessarily rapped about aside from cocaine. You know, there's a lot of these rappers and they talk about like having a whole bunch of people who are trying to kill him and shit, and it's just like, yeah, I'd get out of the city too. It sounds like
Yeah.
you've made a lot of bad connections there, and maybe it's time for a refresh.
From what I've heard, it used to be rough in a lot of these places, but crime's so down, like compared to like the 70s.
Oh my god, yeah, crime
in the
violent
80s,
crime
like,
is at its lowest it's ever been, and like
it always, yeah, it's always going down.
it's been going
mostly.
down. I think it's because like the
trends
internet
down.
makes it a lot easier to not leave the house, and thus I don't know.
There's
not
so
kill
many
somebody.
social things that like influence it, but yeah, overall it's down.
Yeah,
This is the song
I'm
that's like,
simplifying. I'm
don't push me
simplifying,
because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Just
It's
because
such a
you were
wonderful
saying you don't
times.
know any other
Ha, 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 ha.
songs. That's this one.
Okay, it's such a trouble sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Ha 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 ha.
It's the one.
Love that song. Great song.
It's a great song.
A
That's
child is
Grandmaster
born
Flash
no
right
state
there.
of mind, blind to the ways of mankind.
Oh, you know it really well.
I know those words. I've said all that I know now. But yeah, violent crime is down, so you know, it's still you gotta be careful, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, be smart.
Yeah.
There's people who will take advantage of you and hurt you if they can, but it doesn't mean it's the majority.
yeah. Philadelphia used to be
There's bad
called
people everywhere.
Yeah, Philadelphia used to be called Philadelphia, so like, and for
Yeah.
like a fair reason, but it's not those days anymore.
Right.
I
And
had
Detroit
them-
also had its, you know, it earned its reputation in the past.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But right now it's really great. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's got a great art scene and the food's great.
Oh man, city food is always so fucking good.
I know. Well, it's one of those things where it's like the more people you put in a place, the more talent there is there in every
Yeah,
capacity.
absolutely. It's almost like having a wide variety of perspectives and cultures is actually like a benefit in some sort of way. So I
You'd
don't-
think so.
I don't get it. It's weird.
Unless you're just scared of people for no reason.
Yeah, unless you want.
You look different than me. Can't trust you.
What is that sound you're making out of your mouth? That's my language. I hate it because I don't understand it.
Can you stop, please? Are you talking about me?
Well, now we are.
Yeah. Once he started being a dick.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking crazy. Have you played any more of that James Bond game since you
a little? It's been. I'm curious what other people have to say about it. It's polished. It's cool. I can see that. I think it will be good. It really feels like, Hitman meets Uncharted. Like but the problem is, it's a James Bond. This isn't like that big of a problem. I don't have that much gameplay into it. Maybe like a few hours. But the problem is that it's a James Bond title. So this is a franchise that carries a lot of weight. It's an origin story,
which is
I feel like I'm still in the like meat of like they're like walking me through hallways and introducing characters. I feel like I'm in like an extended tutorial, and I'm ready to just like get to play the game for an extended period of time.
I hate
I've
that
had like
shit, man.
one
I hate
portion of the game that really felt open and like I was playing it, but overall I feel like I've just been like bogged down and like waiting to play the game.
I hate that shit.
And so it's kept me from pushing through. I'm sure I'm very close to like getting to that point where it's just going to be gameplay for the rest of the game mostly. But it's really killed my momentum of pushing through to that point.
I feel you, man. I hate that shit. I truly do.
It's a hard thing because like I could see especially if I was making the game, I could see the urge to get cinematic with it, because like I love when like, you know, who doesn't love like a good movie or something, and it's based around a movie, and like but like riding the line where it's like you feel like you're playing it while seeing the stuff is the thing that really needs to be done. I think Uncharted did that really well. A lot of the set pieces and things, you're playing through them, you're not watching them. I'm not saying this is like overburdened in cutscenes, but I do still feel like I'm in tutorials. I don't know, it just feels slow to start.
Yeah, tutorial hell. I mean, it's obviously the best way to do it is to make the tutorials like feel naturally like part of the game, like you just sort of pace things in a way where,
and they do in a way, but I feel like I'm seeing through that, and I just feel like I don't feel like I'm in the actual game yet, and I just it's killing my momentum. I like finish a section and I'm like turn it off because I'm like, okay, I don't want to do another like learn how to play section of the game.
Right. Yeah, I think that's super fair. Tutorial hell is a nightmare. I heard like the first 4 hours of Persona 4 are like tutorials or some shit.
Yeah, that's kind of how this feels to me. I would love to hear like somebody else's opinion on that, because I don't know. But either way, I can like see what they're building, and I can see what it looks like when it is like in play, and it's great. And I think they'll probably have more games down the pipeline. They're setting up a franchise. And I can't think of a better studio to do it than the one who did Hitman.
Yeah,
because like they're taking what they built at that game and like making it a more narrative, linear experience, and it feels really good overall.
I think I read somewhere
cool.
that Amazon's actually moving the next game to a different studio or something.
What the? Okay, well then I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna look into that. But let me verify that too.
Unless they don't want to do it, that's the only reason I could think. But I don't know. They just feel like the right people for the job. And I think the game, by the time I reach the end, I think I'm gonna look back at it as great. The parts I've played haven't been bad. They're just bad for my momentum of like, you know, I put it down because I'm like, okay, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want more exposition and stuff. I just want to play the game.
Right. I'm looking through now. So basically what they said was that so James Bond First Light or whatever was made by IO Interactive, but they were like, it's like a game they published themselves. But Amazon, I think that was before Amazon owned the James Bond franchise, so they still had the rights to make the game. But I think now that any new games being started going forward would be when Amazon owns the franchise. They're saying that those games will be published by Amazon and will be made by MGM Game Studio, or MGM and Amazon Game Studios. So I don't know if that means
studio titles are getting so like dystopian and boring. Like MGM Studios, Amazon Studios. Like,
I think it was just MGM. They just say MGM. I added studios on, but
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound great either. I'm picturing the casino. Is it that or something different?
Right.
Like even if you're owned by Amazon, call it something different. You know, for at least for the normie. Like I know I'll still know, or like people like who are invested will know, but like I don't want you to see the Amazon logo pop up as I'm starting my my like action shooter game. It's gonna be like, ugh. It'd be like if you go to start a game and like Applebee's logo pops up and like the production companies.
I mean, there used to be a series of games like that with Burger King.
Yeah, but those were quality, you know.
Yeah.
Credit where it's due.
Absolutely. How are you on your Pokemon drawing?
I'm coloring now. I'll be done very soon.
All right. This guy had an easy time drawing, but you know.
Excited to see it.
I hope you like it. I'm probably very far off. I feel like I'm almost there.
Oh, so you feel good about it?
No, I don't. But I feel like there's an element that I have that like I know what I'm doing is wrong, but I don't know the right way to do it. But I'm like looking at it and I'm just like, it's like I don't know if I'm like doing a good attempt or a bad attempt at it.
Sure. Compared to my last one, I feel similar in some ways. Like I like the drawing, but I feel like some things are wrong. I feel like the face is wrong, but I don't know how to fix it. I can picture his face, but I can't draw it. It's so weird how your brain works that way. The information's in my head, but I can't access it.
Exactly. Like I can't like make my hand reproduce it and like like when I try and
I can see him right now when I think about him.
Yeah.
But
same.
I can't draw him.
Or I see a picture that I assume is Eradicate.
Yeah. It's probably like how a dream works where you kind of see like an amorphous kind of like you get the right hints of it, but
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been able to reproduce it correctly, although I'm close, I think.
Hey, maybe you've got aphantasia like I do, man. Like you go, how well do you see that apple?
Well, an apple I see great because it's an apple, and I've fucking seen 1,000 apples in my life. But if I saw an Eradicate every time I went to the grocery store, and every time I passed by a still life, and every time I saw a bowl of fruit, and every time, you know, I saw like the alphabet with like an illustration with like I've seen an apple 1,000 times.
Okay,
I can do that. But there's certain things like Eradicate that maybe doesn't come as easy.
Interesting.
Excellent. That was kind of the energy.
It was.
It was a Mr. Burns ass.
It was very Mr. Burns-esque. All right. I mean, I don't know what else to draw with my guy. I'm gonna say he's
okay. Sorry, I'll try to hurry up. So you don't have to wait around too much longer.
It's no rush. I kind of fucked up the eyes, so I'm fixing that up right now.
Whenever I get done way before you, I start to like change some of the color of the lines, add some shading, do fun, like little flourishes like that.
Kind of what I've been doing right now.
Especially now that we're on that content push, I'm like, I need to make this stuff postable.
That's right. Gotta make it pretty for daddy algorithm.
I've been hearing, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know how it's going on your end, but I've been a lot of it's been starting to like do the thing where you see like the algorithms pushing your stuff finally. I'm like seeing it, certain things hit.
Oh yeah.
On social media. Yeah, the reels are like starting to go. Nice. Each one kind of does something when before it was getting like 10 views. Now maybe like the occasional one will get like 1,000 or a few hundred or something. So it's doing a thing. And then in like real life, I hear people often telling me like, hey, I'm seeing you're like doing social media stuff again. I see it's like getting fed to me all the time. And also I've had people say, like, ask me about DrawBomb because of all the stuff I'm posting. Like people in my real life were like, I see you, like, what is this? You're chatting with some guy. And I'm like, yeah. And I explain what it is to him. So it's at least, you know, getting pushed around in my circles.
All right. Hey, maybe that reach will extend. And I took a break from. I had to rethink my strategy for making those vertical shorts and stuff like that because just my current life it was just untenable. But what I think I'm gonna do is, like I was uploading vertical shorts from episodes that came out at the beginning of the year, and I feel like that's a lot of old news. A lot of what we talk about on this show is a little bit ephemeral and more of the current sort of time. So like we're gonna make this episode I have the VOD already because it just records automatically, and I'm gonna freaking make the vertical shorts out of the most recent episode.
I think that's the way to do it. We had talked recently about like maybe like trying to do more like hit on more like what's going on.
Yeah.
Like what's popular. At least for our content push. And I think in our note taking, I started taking notes on like things that are being talked about right now. So like I wrote down like, you know, like movies that are coming out and things of the nature, like, you know, just various pop culture things, so that like, you know, if we talk about a thing that's actually something people care about right now, that'll help.
Exactly.
Not to make everything algorithm brained, but you know, we're trying to play the game while also still being the same DrawBomb you know and love.
Yeah, we're trying to retain our humanity without sacrificing what you guys had, while also, you know, opening up the chance for fucking, I don't know, anything.
Bringing some new people.
Yeah, come on. Have some new fans in the chat. Someone who else who will
Yeah, we want new fans.
Yeah, Lotus Clock needs some company in that lonely draw along. He reserves a space and then takes up only a small portion because there's always that chance.
So kind of him.
So kind and courteous.
Yeah, you know, the more the merrier. So we're trying to get more.
Yeah. So yeah, I do those vertical shorts of the most recent episodes. So, you know,
I'll help you cut some of those soon.
I appreciate that.
I'm still just finishing up a few like jobs, and then my schedule seems pretty open unless like another wave comes in, but it usually doesn't. That's not true. It actually does kind of happen all at once, but you know.
I know how it goes. But that sounds great. Yeah, I mean, and you know, when you're ready to do that, I'll be happy to show you my method and like what I do, and kind of like give you a leg up in terms of like maybe a process so you don't have to like kind of figure it all out on yourself.
Absolutely.
I'd be happy to walk you through that, but that'd be fucking sick if you were to sort of join that front, because I think that's like not necessarily the missing piece, but just like, you know, it would help with the.
It's a slog to have to do it all by yourself.
It could be tough, and getting all hands on deck could really, I think, help.
You'd have to come up with like a plan of attack, so like we're digging through like different things, like you scour one episode, I scour the other, type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a like when you're ready for it, that'll be when we have that conversation. But it'll be a conversation of like sort of figuring out a rhythm. You know, I don't want to like have you say, "Hey, I'm ready to help edit," and I don't want to like throw a bunch of shit at you and like bog you down and then make you feel like, "Oh God, what did I sign up for?" I
mean, ultimately, no one's paying us, so it might be a slow step into the thing, but it's not a big deal. Like we'll get there.
Yeah. I'm excited about it though. I'm excited because you know, you saying that the Instagram is having a positive effect is good. Before I sort of like
cool to see.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's cool to see any kind of like reaction, not feel like you're just yelling into the void.
Yeah,
which is the most discouraging thing of this kind of thing we're doing.
We love doing it, but you know, sometimes it feels a little lonely. But yeah, I'm excited to hear that the Instagram reels are starting to pop off. I'm excited to see it once I like redo the YouTube strategy, how that goes. Yeah, just gonna try and make it happen. I've also been getting better at my own method of cutting this stuff together, so you know, see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I think we have a good thing going here. It's just people knowing about it, I think, is the biggest battle.
It's always hard to get. It's like a tough thing because we make these animations, and you know, with YouTube, it's about caring about the people who make it. Like, because there's so much shit, you have to like find a way to get people to care about you, but it's hard to get people to care about you because there's already so much shit. So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to figure out, especially on the internet and content creation in general. We've known Lotus for years, so like Lotus in the chat, and Leviathan Den is my family. So you know, we kind of had an in.
My own wife doesn't watch the show, so like,
yeah, what the fuck?
You know?
What the hell, man? No, I'm kidding. I don't
have that pull that you have.
No, hey, look, I tell Gianna all the time, like, please do not feel compelled to watch
take the night off.
You can do it. I mean, she works now on the Monday nights, so she hasn't had to watch it, but I'm just like, you know, you don't.
She's always there supporting us on I just got an angry wife staring at me from the doorway. No, Gianna's always there on Tuesdays. You know,
Yeah,
she doesn't need debate. She sticks it out.
that's right. I appreciate that. So yeah, and I tell her she doesn't have to, and like I encourage it even because I feel self-conscious about it.
Oh,
Oh, I love you too, Den. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being the CEO of DrawBomb.
yeah. We love you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for always hanging out in our show.
Yeah.
I am seconds from being done.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out and waiting.
You got it. I feel like my one color is wrong. Like it's.
Well, now's your chance to change it if you want to. You don't have to.
I'm gonna fuck everything up. What if I did just a more yellow color?
I think I'm done.
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. This looks like a better
Yeah, go
color.
for it.
Oh, cool. Nice. The magic wand works very well in this program. That looks
Yeah, every
better.
other program needs to learn.
Yeah. I'm gonna take this one. It's too fleshy colored now. I'm gonna. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's jam.
I like how
Oh, what happened?
round yours is.
Oh, I did something wrong. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I appreciate. Yeah, mine's. I feel like he's round.
It's a
I
fun
think he's
design.
I feel like he's a round boy.
Yeah, you might have it right. But I like like the stylistic choice you made with that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love your just rat-like nature of your rat. Like he just looks like a rat.
Yeah, he's a rat.
But I like it. I think he looks.
What's a play on words they're doing? Eradicate, I guess.
Yeah, eradicate and rat.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I probably spelled it wrong. It's probably R-A-T.
Probably 2 T's.
Oh well. Me spelling it wrong is part of the fun, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of
Write
like
the Pokemon's names from memory.
I want to. Yeah, I kind of want
Real
us to
challenge.
like have the Pokemon's names like spelling written from memory too, and that'd be a fun sort of thing to compare.
Yeah.
Look at
All
that.
right, let's see how we did.
Yeah, let me get the Pokédex up.
Well drawn. I like yours a lot.
Thank you.
We did a lot of things similarly. I mean, we did our own style, but they're pretty similar. You can tell we're drawing the same thing.
Okay. Oh man, he's an ugly boy, but you know what? He looks a lot more like a. And I keep going for like these Pokemon that look like fucking spheres and stuff. I mean, they're based on animals, and I'm really worried that we're gonna get to the Pokemon that are fucking actual spheres and stuff, and I'm gonna try and draw an animal. So
That'll be great. I can't wait for you to mess that up. Okay, so let's look at this. I like in the real design. I remember it now, but I like how the teeth like touch each other. That's a cool choice. The eyes is something I struggled with. You got pretty close.
I kind of just have an idea for how Pokemon seem to draw their eyes, at least the original ones.
Yeah, you do. The ears. I wish I would remembered that. Mine does look kind of like if you looked at it front on, maybe. Like,
Yeah.
I got a few things wrong, but
I think if you
I
were
got pretty
to,
close. We both got pretty close.
mine is way less close than yours. I think if you were to turn
Yours is like a
ours-
stylized version.
Yeah, if we were to turn both of ours into a 3/4 angle of the Pokemon, yours would look a lot more like this picture
Front.
than mine.
Either way, another great drawing. I love that we've been doing this. It's been very fun.
This has been a lot of fun. We've done 20 so far, which means we are.
I hope it's fun to watch because I've been really enjoying doing it, and I plan to do 130 more of them.
I'm very excited. Yeah, we've got we're one. Hold on one sec. We have 150 to go. We have 150 total. We've done
130?
basically 1/7, somewhere between 1/7 and 1/8.
It feels more like we've done more when you describe it in fractions than if we just say like we have this many left to go. Then it sounds like we've done nothing.
Exactly. That's why I like to. That sometimes that helps motivate me is if I describe things as fractions for how much I've done. Because then it's like Sounds like I've done more, and it helps me motivate me to get shit done. That's a fun little tip out there for you folks.
Think of things in pie.
Yeah.
Not pie like pie, but like pie like you eat.
Yeah.
Slices
How much
of
pie do you have left?
I have no pie. No pie at the house.
I have no pie. I have muffins. I don't have pie.
Muffin is similar to a pie. It's like if the crust was the main thing.
You're right.
It's like if you filled the pie with crust.
Oh man. Crust pie.
We make that?
I'm gonna crust pie. Brandon.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Check out That's a Shame. Our Seinfeld podcast. We're about to finish season 3. We had fun wrapping that one up, and I think it'll be fun to listen to. I'm excited to hear it. And we're going to start season 4 after a little break, but now's a good time to get in.
Yeah.
We have a break so you can catch up on the backlog if you haven't listened. Check out all of our social media. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're doing all the things. Check it out if you interact with any of those things. Don't get the account unless you already have one. Don't get it for us because it's a bad place. But if you're already spending your time there, engage with us, hang out, comment, like, and check out my Instagram, BM Chaps. I've been posting a lot of stuff there. I've been trying to, I've been doing the DrawBomb push. I've been re-inspired to do it on my end too.
Hell yeah, I love to hear that.
Lastly, check out our streams tomorrow. We'll be animating at 10, and we'll be playing Elden Ring at 5:30.
5:30 seems to be pretty consistent.
It's 5:30 because Kelvin got a dog and he needs an extra half hour to do puppy things.
Well, that's fair. I mean, that's a big responsibility as a dog.
It is.
There is a recipe I'm looking at right now for a flaky butter crust pie.
I can see it in the little corner image, which is funny, watching you scroll through pies in the magma square. I like
forgot that that's there. I'm glad I didn't look up anything embarrassing.
While I'm doing plugs, you're looking at Hentai Mommy 7.
Right, exactly. A Hentai
videos.
Dungeons 4 trailer. I've got to get ready. It's coming out tomorrow. So yeah, butter crust pie, it exists. You could probably fill more stuff into a pie, but imagine if it was just a big wad of dough in there, you know? Oh.
That'd either be good or disgusting. I don't know.
Imagine like a giant garlic knot in a pie.
Okay. I'm listening. Ian!
Brandon!
Do you have anything to plug?
Fuck. Everything you said was pretty damn... it was pretty holistic.
Stole all your
You
plugs.
stole everything, man. You stole it all. I don't know. Check out my website, iannewton.me. If you want something that both of us do on there, I have a link at the top of the website. It says Waterlogged. There, you can read every page of a webcomic we used to do back in the day. And God, maybe we'll animate some part of it or something.
That'd be awesome.
Anyways,
Who knows? We haven't decided what our next project is.
we haven't, but it could be that. I don't know. Anyways, we'll hit you up later, folks. Check us out for the streams tomorrow. Otherwise, read that webcomic if you want and do all the other things. Make sure if you watch the YouTube videos, you watch them all the way through. YouTube gives the most shits about that. If you get on the video and then you leave it, you fuck us. You fuck us, okay? I just want to let you know right now.
Why would you do that to
Fuck us. Anyways, but thank you so much for being a fan. If you are, thank you for being here. Anyone in the chat, Lotus Clock, Leviathan Den. Was there one more person? No, it was just them. But anyone else who wasn't visible, if you were just lurking, thank you. We don't see you, but we appreciate you.
We love you.
Anyways, thanks, guys. See you later. We love doing DrawBomb, and we're going to keep on doing it. We're going to try and make it better than ever. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.